Shalom, Jake. Shalom. Now, you just had the Epstein emails just come out, and they say that that Don and Bubba, which is Trump and Clinton, has some type of relations. And you know what? I don't put it past these people. Now, he's going to go in this video on some of the stuff that you should not put past these people. We keep telling you these people, this is the seed of Satan, okay? And every time you turn around, the Most High is exposing more and more information on these people, all right? So yeah, we're going to listen to this. We're going to get some scriptures and get into it. And this is fair use. Actually, let me put that up right quick. This fair use under the copyright disclaimer of Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, content, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. So we're going to go and listen to this video, and we're going to get some scriptures and get into it.
When you have everything in life that you want, when you have everything, when you have all the money that there is to be had, when you can't buy a bigger yacht, when you've already been up in the Blue Origin spaceship, you've flown around in low Earth orbit, you've had every possible experience there is to have, well, essentially you start partaking in human sacrifice and worshiping Satan. I mean, that's really all there is to do, right? At the end of the day. You start engaging in all manner of depravity and debauchery, because if you don't at some point realize the importance of minimalism and spirituality, if you don't go down that path, you go down the path of self-destructive process addictions, and you go to Epstein Island and you do you hunt humans, like this article that I just came across that claims that during the Bosnian War, tourists paid $70,000 to shoot innocent people in human safaris, human trips to Sarajevo, with extra money charged to kill children. Now, this is from, I believe this is from the Telegraph. Now,
did you hear that? This is the stuff that they be doing. Okay, and this is what we be talking about. Okay? We're going to let this finish playing. We're going to get some scriptures and get into it.
Try to downplay it at the end and say, well, British soldiers who served in and around Sarajevo said they never saw or heard such sniper tourism, and described the idea as an urban myth, citing heavy checkpoints and logistics as major obstacles. That's nothing 100,000 pounds can't figure out, or 100,000 euros in today's terms. There are certain miscreants out there which are just waiting to be unleashed on the population. And in my recent conversation that I did with Aaron Acey, who is somebody who works in disaster zones around the world, humanitarian, has done a lot of human trafficking work, go and watch that video, because he talks about a certain breed of malevolence within North America and certain parts of Europe and probably other first world countries. I think it's a first world problem. He said the biggest consumers of human trafficking are North Americans, like Canadians and people in the United States, because we're engaged in this, hedonic form of conspicuous consumption where, again, if you have everything you need in life, then you just start worshiping Satan and engaging in human sacrifice.
Yeah, and they've been doing that for a long time, and we've been warning you, okay? So when this collapse happened that we know is going to happen in Mystery Babylon, you're going to see every type of evil that you've ever seen. That's why I say it's going to be no day like it. So we're going to get some scriptures. We're going to get into this article because, they've been doing this a long time, and everything is coming out now. This is Galatians 5, verse 19 through 21. Now the works of the flesh are manifest, which are these: adultery, fornication, uncleanness, lasciviousness, idolatry, witchcraft, hatred, variance, emulations, wrath, strife, seditions, heresies, envyings, murders, drunkenness, revelings, and such like, of the which I tell you before, as I have also told you in time past, that they which do these things shall not inherit the kingdom of Yahweh. Let's keep going. Deuteronomy 18, verse 10, there shall not be found among you anyone that maketh his son or his daughter to pass through the fire, or that useth divination, or an observer of times, or an enchanter, or a witch, or a charmer, or a consulter with familiar spirits, or a wizard, or a necromancer. For all these things, for all that do these things are an abomination unto Yahweh. And because of these abominations, the Lord thy God does drive them out from before thee. And he's getting ready to drive them off the face of the earth. This is getting ready to be this man's judgment. Okay? A lot of things are happening. They're preparing for this war in Venezuela. They get ready to go to war against Iran. Nigeria said they thought that them and America was allies. They shocked by what America is saying now, because America said they're going to go into Nigeria now. You see? So it's one thing at another. They having issues with Russia and China. One thing at another, and everything this man is doing, his witchcraft, his abominations, is all being exposed. So let's go and get into this. Barakathai Hawa, Barakathai Hawashah, Barakathai Hawa, Barakathai Hawashah, Barakathai Hawa, Barakathai Hawashah. Call her Lord Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh, Bashem, Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of GMS. Shalom and salutations to those that teach a likewise doctrine. Shalom to the Akim and the Aquab. Shalom to the scattered Israelites across the four corners of the planet. May the Most High and the Son be with you during these trying times. All right? So, yeah, here's the story that I'm talking about. Now, listen to this. It's a rich sniper, tourist, allegedly paid $90,000 to shoot civilians, including kids, during human safari trip to Sarajevo, wild claims alleged. Now, there have been several articles on this. Okay, now listen to this. Wealthy sniper tours allegedly paid upward of $90,000 to shoot people during human safari trips to Sarajevo in the 1990s, with an extra fee to unalive kids, according to the wild claim being probed by Italian prosecutors. Now, allegedly, they contacted the mayor of the city when this was happening and told them to stop this. You see? They say the investigator was sparked after an Italian writer alleged he had uncovered evidence that wealthy gun enthusiasts dubbed sniper tours would pay Bosnian Serb forces for the chance to gun down residents at random during a 4-year siege of the city, The Guardian reported. You see that? More than 10,000 were killed in Sarajevo by snipers and shelling between 1992 and 1996 during the Balkan Wars. You see? And they've been doing this. This ain't nothing new. They've been doing this all throughout Africa. Okay? One person, he was proud that he unalived 2,000 people. Okay? We keep telling you who these people is, and you're going to find out when things go out of hand over here. The Most High is going to show you this man horns. You see? Especially when things pop off over here in Mystery Babylon. And say there were no political or religious motivations. They were rich people who went there for fun and personal satisfaction. We are talking about people who love guns, who perhaps go to shooting ranges or on safari in Africa. You see that? Because when they go to these safaris in Africa, they just ain't going there for them animals. They going there because, the unalive people are of a darker hue. That's what they going there for. Remember that movie, The Hunt, that came out? Yeah, you see? It say Javazzini said he first read reports of the alleged Torres-led shootings in Italian media outlets in the 90s, but started digging deeper after watching a 2022 documentary about a former Serb soldier who claimed foreigners would shoot at residents from the hills in Sarajevo. See? Now you got other people coming out saying it. He claims a key source was a former Bosnian intelligence officer. The newly launched probe, being led by prosecutors in Milan, is seeking to identify any Italians involved in the so-called sniper tourism. And see, this is why we keep telling you cannot trust this man. This man is the children of Hasatan. Okay? Ain't none of them going to be saved or go up in no chariots. No, their body's not going to be changed. They're going to be changed for slavery. That's about it. And get double, and then the Most High, he's going to take them out. You see? So now they're investigating this because they're finding out more information about this. You see? So yeah, it says Sarajevo, this is just the comment sections. It says Sarajevo has had very bad problems with criminal elements entering their country over the years. A lot of asylum seekers came to Ireland in the 90s with terrible horror stories. Actually terrible what goes on there. I don't mean to justify the unaliving, just those harboring those elements. Yeah. Okay, and we've been hearing about this going on the continent for a long time. You see? And them eating people. Different things. Cannibalizing people. Putting people on the foods. Okay? All type of stuff happening. Okay? And this is what someone's saying. They say, I have no doubt that if Trump is left to stay in office, this will happen in America. Yeah, it's coming to Mystery Babylon. There's going to be no day like it, you see? So, yeah. You're going to hear more of this because they're doing more and more investigating on this. Yeah, you see that? Listen to this. It said, according to the Siege of Sarajevo Museum information, they estimate that something like 65% of children were directly targeted by sniper fire during the war. You see? So yeah, it say 2 boys running for their lives across infamous Sniper Alley while carrying a dog, Sarajevo, 1995. So this is a picture allegedly from 1995. Now look at what they're doing over in over there in the Gaza, when them kids were running trying to get food. You see? And allegedly, remember that soldier came out and he was talking to that lady and he was taunting her, telling her, yeah, well, look at what we did to your children. We gonna do this to all your babies too. So see, this is what's going on, and you're gonna hear more of this. You're gonna hear more information coming out about this. So yeah, we're gonna get some scriptures and leave it there, but hey, more information about this man is coming out. We keep telling you that these are the seeds of Hasatan, okay? This is Luke 12, verse 2. For there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, neither hid that shall not be known. Therefore, whatsoever ye have spoken in darkness shall be heard in the light, and that which ye have spoken in the air and closet shall be proclaimed upon the housetops. And yeah, this is being proclaimed now. You see? This man is being exposed on every level, and the earth is starting to disclose his blood. Isaiah 26, verse 21, for behold, the Lord cometh out of his place to punish the inhabitants of the earth for their iniquity. The earth also shall disclose her blood, and shall no more cover her slain. And hey, this is mainly talking about Jake, because hey, Jake been destroyed through the whole 4 corners of the earth. For all the evil and wickedness that this man has done, even to himself. Okay, because this man being wicked to himself is all going to come out. Okay. Weird, crazy experiments, everything. All right? Let's keep going. Proverbs 15, verse 3, the eyes of the Lord are in every place, beholding the evil and the good. And the Most High, hey, we know that it's time for this man's judgment. So you're going to start seeing more and more things happen, okay? And yeah, they open the government back, but it ain't going to help. It ain't going to get no better. This place is under judgment now. And hey, don't be surprised when you start hearing stories like this happening here, okay? It's gonna get wilder and wilder as the Most High put more judgment on Babylon. All right. So we're gonna get a few more scriptures and leave it there. Obadiah 1 verse 6. How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? You see? Ezekiel 35 verse 5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, and the time that their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, said the Lord Yahweh, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. Thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate, and cut off from it him that passeth out, and him that returneth. And I will fill his mountains with his slain men, and thy hills and in thy valleys, and in all thy rivers shall thou fall that are slain with the sword. I will make thee perpetual desolations, and thy city shall not return. Ye shall know that I am the Lord. Call Halal, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shah, Shalom, Jake. I'll see you again real soon.
Did anyone else see this story hit the headlines yesterday? Tourists paying up to £100,000 to go on human hunt safaris, paying more to murder children. Apparently, a child slaughter would cost these wealthy individuals up to £100,000 per kill.